Hey, Prof.
Hi.
You look quite energetic today. क्या राज है?
I think I have had an energy drink.
Oh, so I'm guessing with so much enthusiasm and energy, today's episode is going to be great. Also, I want to know, since we've spoken about your students or your experiences, I'm sure there must have been, episodes or experiences of your own or people, encounters with people that made you who you are today. So, is it possible for us to cover an episode on that today?
Specifically, yeah, I would say the guys who influence you the most are your bosses. So let's talk bosses.
Okay.
So when we talk about bosses, I'm not talking of the wife, because some things you should leave them unsaid. So just so we are clear, people who boss over you are called bosses, and these include parents, teachers, the government, as we know, etc. Anyway, I had some good bosses and some bad bosses and some maybe in between. So first category, the good ones. 3 bosses in an MR company, market research company, where I worked, called MBA. The company name was MBA. All good. All were IIM A grads and very great company to get along with, to work with, etc. Then one in an ad agency, not so good. So let's not dwell on the not so good. One director at an IIM, which was IIM Lucknow at that time, where I worked. He had great people skills, and I think I learned a lot about how to deal with different kinds of people later on when I got into a leadership position from him. Another at KIAMS, Kirloskar Institute, was a very good academic and boss, and also a case teacher of some repute. And he really taught me something on how to teach, particularly using cases. My PhD guide in the US, where I did my PhD in Clemson University, had very good leadership skills, and he was able to move me along like no one else did. I completed my PhD in 3 years flat, I think, which was partly because of him and his skills. The bad ones, which we probably need to mention, were from some promoter groups or their appointees in various leadership positions when I headed institutions. But I would say, to their credit, that they taught me something, and that something, you can guess, is what not to do. So once learnings are of different kinds, I would say, from bosses, and you can't always choose your boss. You get a boss and then you try and get along with him, learn from him or her, and so on. So I've had all kinds, I would say. And if you want to know what kind of a boss I was, maybe you should ask some people who worked with me in different places.
Wow, that was an interesting take. I hope that doesn't land either you or me into any controversies, but I'm sure in a soup, yeah. But I'm sure there are a lot of key takeaways, because we talk about bosses and leaders, whichever category you put them in, it's all the same. They all lead us to where we are today, and that's great to know about good and bad and the bosses in between.
They do have their contributions, I would say.
Right. All right. So I look forward to the next episode. Thank you so much.
Sure.